Hi everyone, it's time for Wisdom Wednesday. Hope you all are doing well out there. And before we get started, just wanted to let you know that I am exceedingly grateful for all of you who continue to teach me and push me to learn more and to help us all really be the best we can be and to continue to remain vital and contributory to the world in all the ways that all of us can do so. And at this time of Thanksgiving, just wanted to express my gratitude and hope you all also understand the importance and the deep benefit of practicing gratitude and really finding ways to look for the silver linings in all aspects of your life. The other thing I want to tell you too is that we have launched a new website, and if you need to order anything or get anything, please go to the new website, which is ConnieCassadMD.com. Our old website, if you put in ConnieCassadMD.com, would just go directly to Park Cities Aesthetics, but now it is actually ConnieCassadMD.com, and you can push on that new area for refills in order to get all the things that you need for any orders of supplements or medications. That would be the place to go. And so today, what I thought I'd talk about, I listened to a really interesting podcast. I'm going to be looking at some work that is being done on brain health, but today I thought I would just briefly do a little bit about exercise for longevity and how you can do the most with exercise to improve longevity. As we know that when you look at exercise, you can do a lot of bodybuilding, you can do long distance type things, but when you look at the research on bodybuilders and people who really do long distance, this is not the ideal thing to do for longevity. We know that autophagy, which we've talked about quite a bit in our sessions on Wednesday, autophagy, that recycling ability of the body, has great impact on longevity. And so when we look at exercise, just like when we look at our nutrition, we know that intermittent fasting is really good for longevity, but exercise in a way that helps us get to that autophagy is really the way to approach exercise. And really what we want to do is try to get the body to an area where we're struggling with oxygenation. So you want to have tissues become somewhat hypoxic, but not overly hypoxic, but loss of oxygen, if you will. So we want to really work to fatigue, and we want to do just minimal muscle damage, enough that we can get good repair. And we want this cyclically, but this is what helps us become sort of hypoxic from the standpoint of exercise. So the way to do that is with high intensity interval training. You get enough of this cyclical hypoxia over time, and this then drives the body to go to the recycling mode, into this autophagy mode. We want to stress not only the muscles, but the heart in ways that will allow us to then dive in and go and do repair work and recycle things. So you don't want to overtrain, because you need to allow for proper recovery. So we've used this 20-minute workout an awful lot with our high intensity training, where you do a couple of minutes of warm up, you do 2 minutes of interval work, you do 30 seconds of high intensity training, and then 90 seconds of recovery. And as I tell most folks, you think, well, the first 1 or 2 cycles is not too bad, but by the time you get to that 4th, 5th, or 6th type of interval, you are really starting to get fatigued. And we want you to get that maximum heart rate. And each time that you do your interval, you're getting your heart rate up and bringing it down, but not all the way to baseline, and continue to get that up and down and up and down and up and down. And it's that type of interval training that really helps us dig in and get the body recycling and hit that autophagy button, if you will. We know that exercise intensity has to do with speed, resistance, and then time under stress. And you can do any and all of those to reach that interval type work, and then you want to not do it every day by any means. That really defeats the purpose, because then you're overtraining and overdoing it. And so you can do this globally with intermittent fasting, but when we work out, we're going to be doing just muscle groups. But you want to do all the muscle groups that you can. So just doing, say, running or bicycling, you're not getting all those groups done. So you can do some with all types of strength training as well. And so being able to do all of these things through exercise is exceedingly beneficial, whether you're doing it on a recumbent bike, an upright bike, out on the road. You can do interval work even with just kettlebells, jumping rope. Any way that you want to do that, it's about getting that heart rate up and pushing yourself to exhaustion, and then recovering, and then pushing it again, and then recovering. You get a lot of benefits with this. We know that it can help reduce stress, it can help with hormonal balance, it improves sensitivity to insulin, which we're all about, and it helps maintain muscle mass as well as bone mass. So exercise does this, and we know that also when we've practiced intermittent fasting, we can get to this autophagy. We just don't get those other benefits that we see with exercise. So finding this sweet balance between exercise and intermittent fasting, and this ability to get to the autophagy mode within the body, all of these things help us with longevity and being vital for a long time, and maintaining our ability to stay upright and to keep balanced, and to be able to continue to function well into our hopefully 80s, 90s, and beyond. So I hope that this has given you an idea about how you might want to structure your exercise, not necessarily to give up a lot of the things that you do, but perhaps add this or make it part of your exercise by doing this high intensity interval training, and not just considering an hour walk every day as being enough. And also by working muscles. We know, as you've heard me talk about sarcopenia and muscle loss, we just don't want to lose muscle. And you can incorporate a lot of muscle work into some of this high intensity training as well. You all have a great week. Happy Thanksgiving to you all, and we'll talk again next week.